What is going on, guys? It's Watch TCG coming to you with some interesting news. So I just wanted to quickly check anything going on world.digimoncard.com, which I definitely would recommend going to and checking out. It's definitely a good place to see if new events or new postings have been up. And I did find some new stuff, and this is interesting. I'm going to go through this, and this is not really anything absolutely new per se. But there's some exciting announcements. So this is there. So let me start with going here. So if you go to the event page on the site, you'll see there's two like tabs here, and we'll go to this one, the one on the right, in just a moment. But we go over here, and it goes to aim to be the greatest player. This is the Digimon Card Game Championship 2022. Now, as far as I knew, in terms of my own personal knowledge, that we have nationals that happen in February, and that's pretty much it. We have those, and then I think after nationals, I'm pretty certain the season starts over, or we wait till we have a few months, like 1 or 2 months, where we're just kind of in limbo. Like we're still getting new product and stuff like that, but it's not like nothing really is happening, like no like regionals or stuff, because I don't think those start yet, and I'll get to that in a second. But let's read through this. Organized play here for the organized play is here for the Digimon Card Game 2022 Championship season. And we have this little print here, which is this is I think the news that like I think is really amazing actually. So online regionals and offline store championships run from May to December 22, accumulating in final championships in January and February. We knew this. We knew that in February we are having our nationals or championships. After that is the English Japanese language World Championship Finals and a special multi-region match where the champion and runner-up from each region will compete to be the world's greatest player. I can say I am actually really excited for this. This is something that gives me back faith in the game. Um, I'm super excited, and I'll say why. Like, over the last couple of weeks, we've gotten a lot of relatively new news about new card games that are starting in the next couple of years. We know that we are going to get the Disney game. I'm blanking on the name right off the top of my head. Let me know in the comments section below. But I know what it is. It's their version of a competitive, possibly competitive card game from what I've heard. We know we have One Piece that's currently out now, just started, and it's probably going to stay here for quite a while, just knowing how long the anime is. And then we have some new games. I think one is called Union Arena that was just recently announced, and I'm not really too excited for that game because I feel like they're spreading themselves a little too thin, personally. But they are bringing out a lot of product, and then we have not Battle Arena, Battle Spirits, I think it's called, that come out as well. And I don't remember if that's a Bandai game or if it's somewhere else. But we have so many games that are starting up in the next couple of years that I got a little concerned because Digimon has been here from 2020, and a lot of people play it from what I understand. And the tournaments have sold out over time, and I know that some people are not enjoying current format right now because BT9 having like Mel Guruon be the top like deck to beat is affecting people. But when I saw this, I was like, oh my god, actually this is very exciting. So of course you have to win, and you have to be at the top of the finals and championship for January and February. But the fact that we are doing like a crossover kind of event, English Japanese language World Championship Finals. So we're gonna have a Japanese meta versus the English meta. How that might work, I'm not sure. I'd assume there'd probably be some big ban list saying like no promos, or you're only allowed to use cards from this set, so it's equal to English into the Japanese, so everyone has access to those cards. And that will be March of next year. And I'll get to that in a second. And then a special multi-region match where the champion run-up from each region will compete in the world's champion. So region being like North America, Canada, Mexico, Australia, I think is another one. I think that's how they're referring to it. I'm not 100% certain about it, but that's how I'm taking it right now. Again, it kind of just recaps about when things were, and then talking about like the timeline. And now we have our World Championship Finals, Japanese version and English version on March 11th, 12th, and 18th. I'm wondering how this is going to happen. And then the special multi-region match is going to be January 19th, March 19th. More details to come, but I do think it's actually more stated over here. So now this is not too different from what we already know and already talked about. But we have like the World Championship, kind of mentions it, 11th, 12th, and 18th. Best of 3, 55 minutes, and a 5-minute overtime. Now, if I'm not mistaken, 55 minutes is more than what we've been given in the past. I don't know if that's there's a reason for it being 55 minutes, or if that's a typo or something. But and there's no time limit for finals, which, wow, that is so nice to see here. It's going to be an online event, and then the other one as well is online event. No time limit, best of 1 game, which is interesting. So let's go over this and just talk about it a little bit, and we won't make too much. We won't go into it too much because there's not much to talk about. But let's just talk about a few things. First off, really big news because I know that in games like Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, stuff like that, there's World Championship events. And the fact that they're actually advertising a World Championship event for Digimon is really good news because that means that they're expecting that at least we're gonna have like um, some players, some people watching, and it's just really exciting about a longevity of a game like this. It kind of gives me at least the hope that we're going to be here for another couple of years. If you look over into the Digimon like cards and stuff like that, we already know we're getting BT14. Um, by the time we get BT14 here in the TCG in the US, it's going to probably be about August or like middle to late summer, in my opinion. I think that's going to be right around the time we get it. So we know that Digimon's still going to be a competitive card game up until then, and I'm sure they're going to have it more and more over there. The fact that they have One Piece and the fact they have these other games coming out could possibly start to deter people from playing the game, especially if it becomes a stale format or just one that's not fun anymore. I know a lot of people are not having too much fun with Metal Garurumon right now, but if they do hit it at some point in the future, that could actually help long term with the games. So let's talk about a few things here. March 11th, 12th, and 18th. So what I read over here, from what I understand, is they're gonna have these English Japanese language World Championship finals, where the champion and runner up from each region will play. That's, I think, the multi region is referring to. But what I think that the 11th, 12th, and 18th will maybe be the World Championship finals between different regions themselves, because we do have a nationals region here. We may have a European region, a few Australian region. Like, I don't know. I think that's maybe how it's going to go, and it will probably be something like one match, maybe, or two matches, depending on how many people. I don't know how many regions there are right now. But essentially, I think it would be like one or two per day, because I don't understand why they would have three different events. But the big thing here, too, to mention is it is an online event, which is really good. In a time where not a lot of people want to travel and it's a little unsafe to travel, I think that it's really smart to keep this as an online event, and hopefully don't have any disconnections or any problems there. But I wonder how they're going to do this. Whether maybe they're going to have like a place that we can go to, or if it's just going to be from home. If we're going to have to do it from a certain time, of a certain place or something like that. But I'd be pretty excited for this, honestly. Then we have event format, best of 3, 55 minutes, 5-minute overtime. Now, this is really exciting. No time limits for the finals. So they're going to give us 55 minutes, which I think is more than any region we've actually had. And then 5 minutes overtime, which is pretty normal for what we see. And then no time limit for the finals, meaning if it's like something like security control, mirror match, we're going to be here forever. And I think that's gonna be kind of funny to watch, like a 3 hour match of like security control players just going against each other. Sorry, I'm just like blanking on my thinking on my head. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I feel like a ban list would come out where like they hit like Metal Garurumon or Rare Garurumon, or like a problem card in the set. because also I think promos are not allowed in the Japanese format because they don't have access to all of them. And then English version, of course, like maybe we won't have access to their sets, so maybe they have to kind of dial it back, go back to like BT 11, BT 12, depending on when BT 12 comes out, and then play the format here. So that's pretty interesting. And then we have the March 19th, and this is probably going to be one couple hour day where everyone is facing from region to region. Maybe they're going to have it where they split it on every hour so everyone can watch one match and then they go to another match and another match. Or I don't know how they're going to do it. Event schedule is going to be March 19th, online event. So again, online event. Best of one, which is going to be new. I know that for Digimon players in the US, we don't have a best of one, we have best of three, but no time limit. So, again, very, very good. Taking us back a little bit, I think we got our initial rules for time, I think starting in BT6, so BT5 and before, it was just like as long as the game goes. But I'm pretty excited for this. What are your thoughts in the comment section below? Let me know. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below is what I meant to say. I'm pretty excited and I'm looking forward to it.